Hello YouTube, and today I'm going to do the review on the Super Star Destroyer from LEGO. So I'm going to start with the box, and here we have, it says you have to be 16 years or older to make this, and I strongly disagree with this because, I'm 15 years old and I had no trouble making this really. It's not that complicated at all. So I think like if you're 13 or 14 years old and you have good building skills, I think you could be able to do this very easily. So keep that in mind. And also, here is the item number, which is 10221. There, it says 3,152 pieces, which is quite a few. It's ginormous. And then, here at the bottom is the 5 minifigures. There's Dengar, Admiral Pellet, IG-88, Bossk, and Darth Vader. And then here we see that it is 124.4 centimeters long, or 49 inches, which is, I think it's around 4 feet. So yeah, it's about 4 feet. And that's about all for the box. There's nothing else on it really. Just some pictures on the back of some of the features of this LEGO set. Like, just the stand and the engines and stuff. That's really all there is. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the direction book, which is pretty big, actually. It's, that thick. And one thing I like about it is it has these metal bindings, which LEGO really didn't have to do, but it makes it really nice with these because the book actually holds together a lot more and is a lot more sturdy. And there is 221 pages in this book, and that's about it. And if you're thinking like this is just absolutely ridiculous, like how would anyone ever finish this book, it's actually not that bad. Like here, I'll show you. If you go like right here, for instance, like see, there's not very much on a page. Like see here, there's only like 2 steps, and that's it on an entire page. So it really shouldn't take you that long. Probably about 9 hours it would take you if you don't stop at all. Like if you just go right through it, it'll take you about 9 hours. But when I was making mine, I stopped a lot because I don't really like building just all the way through it. I like taking breaks. So it took me like over the course of 3 days to make it, but you could definitely get it done in 9 hours if you're determined to. Okay, now here we're going to go over to the minifigures. We'll start out with Darth Vader. He's just a regular old Darth Vader, nothing new about him. He has a chrome lightsaber, as you can see. He has a good bit of detail, especially on his face. Okay, and next we're going to go do IG-88, which is a bounty hunter. Here, not much really about him. He just has 2 guns, a pistol and like a rifle, I think. And he has this is his head. It's pretty well detailed. And then here we have Bossk, which is yet again another bounty hunter. He's really has a really nice head. They put a lot of work into this. He has spikes on his head and teeth and everything. And just another rifle again. He has a nice detailed stomach area, I guess, and same with his back. And then here we have Dengar, which is a very, very detailed figure. If you can look, like, right there, like, just amazing, like, how they did his head and everything. And if you turn him over, he even has a backpack, which is connected just on his head right here. Like, there's this little band here that just slips under his head, and even his back has detail on it. And actually, Dengar was in one other set. He was only in the Slave 1 ship. It was the 3rd one, and it came out in 2006, and I actually have him, so I'll show you. This is Dengar from 2006, and this is him now. So as you can see, giant difference. Like the amount of detail put into it, like you gotta give Lego this one. They really, really stepped up their game with this figure here. They changed the hat, they changed his backpack. Like on this one, there's just like this little clip that you put something on. But on this, just completely different. Really, really did a nice job with that. And then my favorite minifigure for this set is Admiral Pellet. He is well done. He has a little bit on the back, and then nothing really special. He has a good face. That's about it. And then you wouldn't really count this as a minifigure, but this is a hologram of the Sith. I think you can see it. Yeah. So this is supposed to go in Darth Vader's hand. Like it would go just right there, but it's kind of hard to do with one hand, so I can't really do it. But yeah, just keep in mind this little thing. Just see if I can get it to focus real quick. There we go. Yeah, this just goes in his hand, that's all. Okay, now we're going to actually move on to the ship. So here it is. It's ginormous, about 4 feet long. Can't even fit in the camera. I'll back up all this way and still can't fit. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this little ship here. It just connects on with these two little clear things. That's it. And then for a ship this small, it's actually very detailed. Like, for it being this small, they definitely made it look as authentic as possible. So that's that. And then under here, there, as you can see, there's like this little. I'll take it off. It just comes off just like that, and then it has all this information about the ship on it. So I'm not gonna read it to you, but you can pause it right here and you can read it. It's pretty interesting, and I suggest reading it. But one thing I would like to say is pretty cool is it says here it's 19,000 meters long, which actually that's pretty amazing. Like I did it, the calculation, and it's over 10 miles long. So just keep that in mind how like big this thing would be. Okay, and now I'm going to show you guys the ship itself. All right. It's pretty detailed in here, like very, very well done. It resembles the one in the movie very, very much. Like all these little pieces. And one thing, like, it's $400 this ship, which actually is not a bad deal at all considering how many pieces there are, but I think it could have been a little cheaper because, like, see all these little pieces here? There's like so many of them. There's like 600 of these pieces, and considering how small they are, I think it should be like a little cheaper, but I still think it's a good deal. Okay, now for the inside. It only has one part that's inside, and that's just this part here. It just lifts up, just like this. Just like that, and then it's just like a little shell. Okay, and then you put in there, you put Darth Vader, like right here, and then you put the 3 bounty hunters right here, and you put Admiral Pellet down in there, and then the 2 more bounty hunters, and if he won't get in there, I'll just set him there. Alright, if you guys are familiar with the second movie, or I guess it would be the 5th one actually, in the Star Wars series, this is actually a scene from it where Darth Vader is like telling the bounty hunters to go to find the Millennium Falcon. So this is just reenacting the scene of that, and yeah, it's pretty cool idea, I guess. I do have one problem with it. I really don't like how, like if this part here is supposed to resemble this bridge right here. If you can see this little part, this would be the bridge, and this whole room is supposed to be in there, so I don't really like that idea, and I think, like, this should have just been a room in the ship for the minifigures. And also, I don't like how, like, if you want to put the cap on with the minifigures in here, you have to, like, jam all of them in these little holes here. And it's very difficult. You have to fit them in there just right, or else it won't even, like right now, it's not even on properly. Like, you really have to jam them in there for them to work. So, that is the one complaint that I have about this ship. Other than that, definitely worth it. And then, as you can see, all the detail that there is on this ship, like, these are all stickers, but they're still very well made. And then, right, you can't really see that. Here, I'll just take it out real quick. Whoops. There we go. This is, like, the main part, like, I guess, like, the main control panel or whatever. And, it's pretty well made. Just snaps right back on there. And then in there, it's also very detailed on these panels here. And then it also has a door right there, which is also nice. And then, alright, and then to put the cap back on, you just carefully place it right there. And now I'm going to show you the bottom. As you can see, there's two stands holding this giant ship up. There's one here and one there. And these stands are very well made. They're all flat pieces, so they look very nice. And they're gripped to the ship very well, so, like, it's off the ground now, and it's still, like, holding on to the ship. So, it's very sturdy. And if you were wondering, the ship is very flat on the bottom, so you could take these stands off and just have it setting on your desk or wherever if you want to do that. And then, I'll show you the engines. There's 13 of them, and they're very realistic to the movie, I guess you could say. And then here's the back. It just goes down there. And if you guys were wondering, it's very sturdy ship. This is a very sturdy ship. If you guys are familiar with the special edition Imperial Star Destroyer that came out in 2003, like, compared to that's just, like, very, very fragile. This ship is very sturdy. Like, these panels are connected in 5 different places down here, so you don't have to worry about these, like, jiggling off or anything. And you could, like, if you could lift it up with your hand or something like this, and it won't fall apart or anything, which is pretty nice. I wouldn't recommend using this for stop motion because it's just so big. Like, it would be difficult, but you can if you want. That's fine. And then, yeah, it's pretty much all. Just, again, I really like how detailed this is. Like, all these little pieces. Like, there's probably, like, 200 of these. Like, a few hundred of these. Maybe, like, 100 of them or so. A bunch of these, just very, very detailed, and that's one of the reasons I like this ship so much, because it resembles the real thing. So, yep, that's about it. Like the video if you liked it, and that's about it. Have a nice day, guys.